All right.
It hurts so bad.
Welcome to Butler Branding's Spicy Boys, an interview show that serves up spicy wings and demands even spicier answers. I'm your host, Butler's Matt Ledger, and I'm joined today by the original Butler employee, the OG himself, the man who's seen it all from 2012 to 2019, webmaster David Cruz.
Hello, I'm David Cruz.
David, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to eat these wings, man.
Are you actually ready?
Yeah? Question mark?
So I want to talk a little bit before we start about how we got on the path to sitting in front of 5 Wings of Death, the Butler Branding version of Hot Ones, essentially. You can see that we've been inspired by the real show. David, I approached you and I said, we need to do our Meet the Team interview for Butler.
Yep.
You told me, could we do something special? Walk us through how we settled on doing this interview show from doing our normal Meet the Team interview.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I was probably just watching an episode of Hot Ones, and then I thought, why not do this for my interview? Because I'm not great at interviewing or being on camera, really. So I figured, why not make it fun and maybe a little easier on me, make it funny.
This will definitely spice things up, that's for sure. All right, do you want to bite into the first wing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
I smelled them all when I was prepping them. I'm actually excited for this one. All right, what do you think?
I think we could use some more spice.
You want to dab it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm making brave choices right away, David.
I really want to taste it. Let's see.
All right, I'm not going to leave you hanging. Put a little bit right on there for me.
A little more?
No, I don't want any more, David.
I can really taste it.
I can actually. I was watching that Rachel Ray one where she talks about how you need to get the wing in and out of your mouth quickly and take a bite and start stage talking. I'm hoping our editors can take care of that for us. All right. So this is our easiest wing, David. So I'm going to ask you my easiest question. Like I said, you're the original Butler employee. You've been here for 7 years. In that time, you've built websites for coffee shops, people who make bourbon, people who create custom dancewear, even a wax boutique. You've done a lot. What's the dream project that if it dropped in our lap tomorrow, you'd be excited, you'd be here every day, you'd be here 12 hours a day work on it? What's your dream client?
Honestly, a brewery. I would love to work on a brewery side. I don't have anyone in particular. A local one would be awesome, but something even bigger than that would be really cool.
Okay. What would you do with it, do you think? Do you have something in mind? I feel like this is something we've talked about before.
Honestly, I don't know what I'd have in mind. I can see a lot of the visuals, a lot of cool photography, videography, because that's what sells the product in the end. But yeah, I don't have a clear idea of what it would look like. It really depends on the brand I go with.
I mean, at the very least, we get to go taste some beer then, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean,
we have to know
works
the
out.
product
Yeah,
we're trying
you
to
can't
sell.
sell the product you don't know the
Yeah,
product.
for
Obviously.
sure.
So, what is the first website you ever built?
Oh, that was a funny story. So we started, like Matt said, 7 years ago. It was a website for somebody in New York, actually. I launched our website. Okay, so I was real new and I didn't know exactly what I was doing in the beginning. So I launched the website, but I put it on the wrong domain somehow. So somebody saw it in New York, and then that's how they contacted us. I forget the name of the company.
I was gonna say, so when you say you put it on the wrong domain, essentially we published it to the wrong web address. So it was
it
probably
was still ours internally. We had a couple companies going on. My boss Sean, his mom's company, because originally we started doing websites for them. She had a couple websites going on, and instead of putting it on our Butler Web and Design at the time domain, I had accidentally put it on one of her domains. And yeah, so she's a telemarketing company, and we put it on for their domain. And yeah, somebody got a hold of us and was like, "Hey, I need a website." Oh, it was an HVAC company in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that website still up today, do you know?
I haven't looked in a while. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I kind of hope it's not, because that was really early on.
So the other thing I wanted to ask you, straight up related to web design, as we go through these, we'll get more into personal taste and preference questions than job-related questions. What's the least important thing you learned when you were learning how to be a web developer?
I mean, there was a lot of things that weren't really very important that I learned in school. They taught me like bare minimum stuff that I could learn anywhere.
You went to ITT Tech, right?
I went to ITT when that was still open, but then they closed.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what was least helpful that I learned from there.
What was most helpful? What's the thing that you still go to every day?
I mean, just the basics of HTML, like styling. Really styling. The core things, they taught us the core like fundamentals, but they didn't teach us much else that goes past that. Like we just kept going over the same things over and over again instead of going into like what a CMS is. Like that was such a big thing. Learn nothing about it in school.
All right, unacronym that for people that are watching at home.
And that's a content management system. So that's like WordPress, Joomla, anything like that where it has like a back end where people can use it and it's not just straight code. So yeah, they never taught us any of that stuff. So that's why I felt like it was kind of a waste of time because the core things that they taught us, you could really learn anywhere. Just go on YouTube, find a video. It's all there.
David's gonna make some soon, so.
Yeah.
Okay, one more before we move on to the second wing because I have a follow-up question I'm interested in. What's the thing that when you look at someone else's website, you know that it's a good website? Like is there like a key factor or piece or like a bit of code even that you look at and you're like, okay, I know this website's legit. I know this person knows what they're doing.
Not necessarily a piece of code, just the functionality of the website. Like I'll test, like how does this look on different size monitors? Is it responsive? That's a big thing. Because if it's not responsive, your website is not doing as much as it could. Because you need to be available
again,
on
when
phones.
You say responsive, there we go.
Yeah, you need to be on phones, desktop, everything in between. You want it to scale. If it doesn't do that, then you're missing out a lot of potential customers.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think it's gonna taste good.
All right.
I'm excited.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
What do you think we need to put a little bit more on there,
I
maybe?
taste that one a lot more than the last one.
You can? Okay.
I mean, it's still pretty subtle.
I'm gonna take another bite, see how I go. I might put a little bit on it so I get the full experience. Okay, I feel a little bit more now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still nice. Like, I still like it.
Yeah, I can actually get some more. It's a good combo. I never would have thought about it.
So my second question for you is a flavorful question about your taste in music.
Uh-huh.
So you're Butler famous for your love of sad girl music, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which
Sad boy for life.
To define it for the audience out there, I would say it's sad girls singing about sad things, sadly.
Yes.
Correct? We're
Yeah.
talking your Billie Eilish, your Lana Del Rey. And you're actually going to see Lana for the first time in concert next weekend.
Yes.
At
I'm
the
so
Greek,
excited.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
First time. I've never been to that venue either. I'm super excited. I can't wait to go.
But my question for you
I
is,
forgot.
what are the next 3 singers or bands you would want to see live? And what venue would you want to see them in if you can think of a few?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'd really like to see Billie Eilish. I just missed Post Malone. I would have liked to seen him.
Where was Post Malone?
He was just at the Save Mart Center last week, a week ago.
Okay.
Those two. Lizzo. I really wanted to see Lizzo too. That would have been a great one.
So what's your favorite Lizzo song?
I mean, Truth Hurts probably. It's like one of the big ones, but it's really good. She has a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, Truth Hurts is up there.
So still on the topic of music, who's the most underrated artist in your opinion right now that no one outside of you is playing on their Apple Music lists or their Spotify's or whatever?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I can never think of like music and stuff when I'm on the spot like this. Everything I've been playing lately is like top 40. I know that was totally not me like a few years ago, but lately I've been like all over everything that's coming out recently.
So what you're telling me that as you've been getting older, your tastes are getting less exciting.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not as willing to go try and find people that I would never like hear of before.
Is that just because there are so many, like, part of the thing that I think is happening to entertainment culture in general is just there's so much all the time, right? Is that just because there's so many go-to artists that you can go to and they're always putting out new music?
Pretty much, yeah. I have a handful of artists that I always go to and they're always putting out new albums. So I would just go straight back to that. Unless I see him on a late night talk show performing, that's the only like exposure I get to new
Not
artists.
a Spotify Discover guy or anything
Yeah,
like that?
no, not really.
Last question for this wing. You're always telling me that we're best friends. Saying, best friend Matt, we need to go do this. Best friend Matt, we need to go do that. Best friend Matt, I'm going to draw on your whiteboard. Do you know what my favorite band is?
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I'm a bad friend.
Bastille, David. I'm sorry, we can't eat wings together anymore.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
I wish you would just walk off and not come back and just left me here all awkward.
Just ask yourself the rest of the questions here, David. Can you? All right. We've come to the middle.
Mm-hmm.
The climax of our hot wing adventure. How are you feeling? Still okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling great.
I know,
These are
right? I'm
delicious.
actually I feel like we're doing surprisingly well so far. Maybe it's because I didn't toss them in enough sauce.
Yeah.
Might be on me. So this might be another one where we have
I'm
to
sure once we
adapt
get
a
around
little
here,
bit.
we're gonna.
Oh,
we're
I'm
gonna
so angry at you. All right, ready?
All right, yeah.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. I'm feeling that one on the first bite without having to put any extra on, actually. So we're getting there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You still want to dab it?
I mean, we've gone this far doing it.
I agree.
Are you down?
No, I think we should, for sure. All right,
I'm totally down.
ever so carefully.
Yeah, but this one you can definitely taste a lot more than the last one. It has a lot more
yeah.
spice.
All right, three little pokes at it. All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right. On Butler Branding Spicy Boys, we do a recurring segment called Explain That Gram. I'm going to ask you about a few different pictures I found on your Instagram, and you're going to give me the context of what was going on at that time. Tell me a little bit about it.
All right.
All right. We got them printed out for the folks at home. I'm going to try to pin them up there. We'll see how that goes. All right. First, tell me about this delicious breakfast that looks like you made with your uncle at dinner time. Pin it up there.
I don't remember what was going on, but typically there's always like a group of people at the house. This time it was just me and my uncle. Whatever reason, we decided to have breakfast for dinner. Breakfast is my favorite meal of all time. I could eat it all day, every day. Like, this is looking at this, I'm getting more hungry and I want breakfast right now.
I was gonna say
Favorite.
this seems kind of restrained for you, actually.
Oh yeah, it was definitely for the picture. Like, it got.
Is there just like plates and plates and plates of food in the
Honestly,
the back
I wouldn't doubt that there was still more on the side, but yeah, I had to clean it up, make it look nice. Like, I'm not going too crazy.
All right. Oh, that's the third one. Second one is a picture of your snake Mo on what I assume is your Butler keyboard, because that looks like a Butler desk to me.
Oh yeah, this was a long time ago. This was what, 2014. So this was back when our office was in Clovis. I guess let me start from the beginning here.
All right.
When we first started, we had a group of clients that came to us when we had an event, just really to say thank you to our clients. So we got a few of them to come out and bring some food, raffle stuff off. And actually Mo was one of the items up for raffle from one of our clients that like rescues reptiles and does them for shows and like takes them to schools. And he was up for, in one of the raffles, our client had actually won him, but she was not like a snake person. So I was like, hey, I'll take him.
Why did she bid on him in the first place if she wasn't a snake person?
Well, it wasn't, I don't know if it was like a bidding thing, but I think it was just like if you were there, you were in like, kind of like the raffle and you could win anything.
X number of tickets and you drew them all, and
Yeah.
she just happened to win a snake.
Yeah. So yeah, she wasn't gonna take him, so I was like, I'll take him. And yeah, at this point in time, he was living in the office for a while. I had him, I used to work with him like on my neck. He'd go all over my chair, on my desk.
See, I wanted, like, your musical taste has mellowed out. Your taste in wearing snakes around your neck has mellowed out. I want that David back for like a week. Bring me that David who's wearing snakes.
Oh, I'll bring him back. I still got all my, I'll come gothed out. Just wait.
We're getting there.
Yeah, and then I don't think it was this day, but one day we were working in the office and our coworker Candace was sitting next to me, and Mo was around my neck and went to the back of my seat. And typically he'd like to just sit right in the back of my seat. So I didn't think anything of it. But I got up, he wasn't there. Turns out he went behind the desk and was like next to my coworker's legs. And Candace is like terrified of snakes. So it was pretty funny. I got a good laugh. I know Candace
I was kind of
hated
surprised
it,
you got to bring Mo in the building with Candace there.
Yeah, me too. We were all cool with it. We just kind of kept him on his own little side of the office away from everybody.
Until he got out into the,
Yeah, until that happened. And then I stopped having him out as much.
And Mo still lives with you, right?
Yeah, now he's at my house because we moved offices a few times and there was enough room in one of the last offices we were in. So now he's at the house with me. He's doing great.
Do you think he's ever coming back?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you want to see Mo come back.
Mo content.
Hashtag more Mo. All right, very last one, which I'm very interested in you to tell me the context of. Please explain this creepy photograph, David.
All right, so that's me as a clown. I've been doing that for like 4 years or so. So when I first even started working for Butler, I was working for Hobbs Grove in Sanger. If you guys don't know about it, check it out. It's awesome.
Can you run me through it briefly, what it is?
They're a Halloween haunted attraction, so they're open the month of October. They have, every year it kind of changes, but they typically have the 3 attractions: a hayride, a house, and a haunted forest. They're all haunted themed. So yeah, I started this, I think it might have even been that year. This was for halfway to Halloween. So they would do this thing, obviously halfway to Halloween, so during the summer, at the Grizzly Stadium, or now Chick Chansey Stadium. So they get a little group of us together, put together a little maze for the kids and everybody to go through. And I think this was the first year I started being a clown. And yeah, they had this cool little rocking horse thing that was, I don't know, it was just really cool and creepy. So I had to sit on and get a video.
Yes.
But yeah, that's where that started. I've been a clown since around Halloween. I love being a clown, it's fun.
How did you decide you were going to be a clown? Because I assume even when you sign on with the Hobbs Grove, like there are a bunch of different things you can do, right? Like you could be the chainsaw guy, you can be one of the ghosts, you can be the person just screaming in the background or whatever.
Yeah.
How did you decide you were going to be a clown? Or was it something that they gave to you?
Actually, a friend of mine helped me decide. Because actually, this wasn't the first time I dressed as a clown. The first time was at the zombie run that they had at their Hobbs during the summer.
Okay.
And it's just like a mud run through an obstacle course.
How is doing an obstacle course in a clown costume?
Well, I wasn't doing the obstacle course. I was just kind of in like my own little section, waiting for people to come around and scaring them and trying to get them. Because it was basically like everybody had flags.
Got it.
So you had to try and rip their flags off.
I assumed you were running the obstacle course in the clown costume.
Oh, no.
You were scaring people at the obstacle course. Okay,
I did go through a little bit just to mess around. Like there was this mudslide that I went through. It was fun. But yeah, that was the first time. So my friend had convinced me, because we were going looking for costumes, and I had always wanted to be a clown. I never had a cool clown costume. So then I found this one, and my friend was like, you should try it on. So I tried it, because obviously, if you can't see, like this is a really skin tight, like, I don't know what you call that material.
In it. We went out for we met you for Halloween. Like I've seen you in it, and it's a tight boy.
Yeah, so I wasn't really comfortable with that at the time, but I was like, you know what, why not? I'll give it a shot. And yeah, I tried it. Since then, like it kind of stuck. Hobbs like loved me as a clown, so I stayed as a clown. Yeah, and now I just kind of do it on the side because I haven't worked at Hobbs in a little while. I still help him out here and there, but
I know you were talking about getting potentially a new outfit this year. Is that still happening potentially?
Maybe. I haven't really been thinking too much about it, but I might just bring that one back one last time and then officially retire it.
Okay.
But we'll see.
All right. So mad at you right now, David. So for those who are just part of the Butler feed, haven't seen a Hot Ones before, the show that Spicy Boys, that is based on Spicy Boys, obviously, we came first.
Yeah,
obviously. For sure. TM. This is the worst, I'm going to show it to all the cameras, the worst sauce. Every time, everyone just dies on it. And I tried so hard to convince you, David, let's not do Da Bomb. Let's not do it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want it in my mouth. And you were like, we have to. They do it every time. Yep. It's even in this is season 9 lineup, right?
I don't remember. It's up there. Yeah, they've had a good amount of seasons.
They're like, okay, it's our X anniversary. We're going to bring back a bunch of hot sauces, do a bunch of new ones. The 8th one, still Da Bomb. So you said we had to do it. We're going to do it. Do you want to bite into the wing that we sauced first, or do you just want to dab it?
Let's just dab it. Let's just go
dab
for it.
All right. Art, Bring me my coffee stirrers. Thank you, sir. All right. You choose one
Take the one in the middle.
in case it influences the taste at all. All right. I'll go first. I'm the interviewer. Although it's your choice. You made us do this.
Don't be shy about it.
I'm going to be shy about it. I'm pretty sure on this bottle somewhere it says, consume 1 drop at a time with extreme caution. I can smell it. Can you smell it? Smell it. Locked it in there.
Well, now I can smell it. Then,
So
but I closed it.
mad.
Yeah.
So mad at you. All right, paint it up a little bit. It's not great down air time, so you can vamp a little bit if you want, David. Go ahead and give the people that David content that they're craving.
Should I flex for the camera too?
Yeah, flex for the camera a little bit, please. All right, here, actually, you just use that one. You don't need
Okay,
yours.
cool.
Unless you think I have germs.
Oh
on my
god. That's a lot.
hand. That is a lot. That is a lot, David.
We're here to have a good time, right?
I'm having a good time, aren't you?
Definitely.
Having a great time. All right, I feel like we need to do an actual cheers again on this one. This is the one that we have to survive.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Cheers.
Cheers. I hate it. I'm waiting for it to get worse. I feel like every time they do it, there it is. Every
Yep,
time they do
it's
it on the
coming.
show, they're like, oh, okay, that's kind of bad. And then they're like, oh God, it's killing me. And now it's killing me. All right, I feel like we have to get the full experience though, so I'm gonna get that last bit.
Woo. Yep, it's coming.
I wish I had that Sean Evans level of tolerance, and I got that Midwest white boy level of tolerance actually.
I put way too much on that.
You need a minute?
This is where I break in.
That's where
Probably
I
get my water.
Do you need a minute? Okay. I'm saying I might need a minute, so.
Ooh. It's a good burn.
Now we're sweating.
Oh yeah.
Now we're
feeling
burning
it.
those
now
calories.
Now it's some real spicy boy stuff right here.
All right, so I heard from Art via Desiree, you're supposed to let it sit for a little bit before you touch it. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. I'm gonna let it sit on my tongue before I touch it. I'm gonna cry a little bit.
I'm crying with you, man. I put too much.
Not because I'm sad, because I'm angry at you.
Yeah, these are tears of joy. I'm so happy right now. This is so fun.
All right, and throw a little celery at it.
It's cooling down a bit. It's not too bad.
I like you were like,
Have a little
which
milk.
one? Eeny, meeny, miny.
Oh, now the milk's getting warm.
All right, you good? Question time?
Yep.
So that's the sauce I've been dreading the most, right? All like 2 weeks I've been like, oh God, I don't want to touch that. So I saved my most awkward question for you on this sauce.
I hate you.
I've heard Sean's side of the story of your initial interview and how you got hired a dozen times. He talks about how you came in, you said 3 words, he liked you though, so you got hired. I know what he thought of you. I want to know from your perspective, how did that first interview with Sean go? What did you think of him? What were the questions, if you remember them? How do you think you did?
I know for sure that was awkward. Because at the time, I was like not a people person. I didn't talk.
At the time, he says.
Yeah, no, it was true. Like, I said like a few words in this interview. Like, it was bare minimum. Like, it's bare minimum that you can get. That was it. And he asked me one like weird question. I think it was like, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be? Or something along those lines. And
What did you say?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know what the response would be to the correct responses to that.
I have a friend actually who
I feel
asked.
like I said a gorilla or something stupid. I don't know.
I have a friend actually who asked the question as an icebreaker. If you could milk any animal, what animal would you milk? What animal would you milk, David?
A goat. I mean, why are we gonna go all crazy and like try and milk something weird?
Any animal. Assume you can milk any animal. They're all milkable.
But
So,
why? I want the goat milk. I mean, make some cheese out of it.
All right, fair. A utilitarian response. I like that, David.
Yeah, I want to milk a kitten or a cat. Yeah, milk a kitten because they're totally milkable.
How did you feel walking out of that interview with Sean? Did you feel like you got the job? Did he already tell you got the job before you walked out?
I don't think so. I think he said he had a couple more people to interview, but I don't think he had very many, and somehow I made it through.
Okay. Yeah, you guys
I got
have
a call back, and I was super excited.
long-lasting relationship.
Yeah.
We're essentially his oldest son.
Yeah, basically.
How do you feel now that you're one of the people doing the interviews for Butler Branding? Instead of being the person being interviewed by Sean, you're in there doing the interviews when we're bringing on new staff.
I really like it. I mean, I never thought I'd be in that kind of position to be interviewing people. I didn't think I'd ever, really just be in that position. It's really cool. I'm super excited. I love to be a part of it because, if somebody's going to be part of the team, I feel like we should all have a good idea of who that person is and what they're about. So I really like it. I'm glad Sean trusts me enough to have me in that process.
Are you ready?
Yeah, my mouth's still burning, but it's not like as bad as it was initially.
I feel like I look like a madman right now.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
a
you
crazed,
got some sweat
sweating
going on up there.
madman. Honestly, by now I was expecting to have this shirt off and changed into like 2 other ones. So.
No, just shirt off completely.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Spicy Boys content that people want.
All right, so as you know, it's tradition on Spicy Boys to put a little extra on the last wing. We call it the last dab. We're just gonna steal that one wholesale. Sorry, boys. I'm gonna put a little extra on mine since we've been dabbing the whole time. So double dab.
Okay.
All right. You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Well, I can't not do it.
You
I'm
can't.
not gonna go this far and not do
Everyone
it.
always says that on the show, right? They're like, I can't not do it. You've peer pressured me into this. I'm literally not peer pressuring you into this. You make the choice that's safe for you, David. I told you my number 1 goal for this is that we both live, and my number 2 goal is that you break before I do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen. So, bring it on.
All right, there we go. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. I might spread that out a little bit.
Oh.
Get that down the wing.
Oh
Drip it down a little bit. Oh man. I made it so far without getting to the second paper towel, you guys.
This is a dumb idea.
This is your idea.
Not the double dab.
Well, we have to. We've already been dabbing the whole time.
But on the last one,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna get another napkin so I can just be ready.
I haven't touched
whatever.
the milk yet. Maybe I'll hit a little milk. All right, are you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Cheers, David.
Cheers.
That's a spicy wing. And now it's just burning. Now it's just burning me. Oh. I might take a second bite of that when you're answering. I'm not going to do it yet, though. You're fine? How dare you?
Oh, wait.
There you go.
I spoke too soon, just hit the back of my throat.
Can I get you anything else? We've got cheese. We've got pan dulce.
What about that bun? What's a bun? Where is it? Down here?
Which thing?
It's down here.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Split one of these bad boys.
I still feel like this one's worse somehow.
No.
But this one's like burning the back of the throat.
Oh, yeah, this one's killing me. All right, here you go. All right.
It hurts so bad.
It's both, Chris. It's tears and sweat. It's tear sweat.
Oh my gosh.
I think I can get through asking the question if you can get through
I lied.
answering
This
it.
one's worse.
Yeah, it's much worse.
Oh. Oh. I feel like I can't even chew on that.
I'm gonna do like Gordon did.
Oh, son of a...
You ate the whole wing.
Almost. There's still a little bit left. I wanted to go back, but at this
don't.
point, I think I'm done.
No, don't. I took one bite of that sucker. I think I'm gonna throw it in the trash. I'm just gonna get rid of it.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me when you're ready.
Go ask the question.
Okay. So you're one of my go-to Fresno food guys, right? Mm-hmm. You know so much about what's going on in the area. You got a lot of good recommendations. After this nonsense that we put ourselves through, this spicy torment, I'm gonna want some good food this weekend. What are the 3 must-visit Fresno restaurants or food trucks that I should hit up?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Oh, let's see what it. I can't even think.
Fight through the pain, David. Fight through the pain.
Oh, I know. Mega Texas Barbecue. If you guys haven't heard of it, it's in a gas station, but it's the best barbecue in Fresno, I think.
What are the cross streets?
Oh God, McKinley and somewhere in McKinley.
Okay.
Look it up. You can find.
All right, that's 1.
Oh, hang on, I'm not done with them yet. They're so good. I can't stop talking about them.
I like that you're literally in pain and you need to tell people about this barbecue.
They have this plate called the Fallout plate. It's a huge plate where you get like a bunch of meat. You basically fill like 2 containers full of meat inside. So good. If you want to try a little bit of everything, because all their meat is really good, you have to go for that. God, my mouth's on fire.
I can split another one of these bad boys open if you're ready to chew now. It helped me.
I still have this one.
Okay.
What else is there? What's that one? El Premier something. It's a taco truck. They're usually out of Tioga Sequoia here in downtown. There was basically anything that comes anywhere in the downtown area.
Is that the one where we got that the queso taco?
Yeah, because they did a collaboration with Mega Texas.
I know what you're talking about. I think it is Premier.
El Premier something.
Yeah.
Jesse's Balls, or Jesse's Bangin' Balls might be. That's another food truck that comes around here. It's just kind of random food. It's really good.
All right. That's 3. You want to go one more?
No, that's it. Like I said, anything that comes downtown, food truck wise, is probably pretty good.
All right, last follow-up question. Where are you going for dinner tonight? It's your birthday dinner with your friends. What are you going to do to get the taste of this out of your mouth?
Yeah, we're going to Kunisama. I've never been there before, but I heard they have teppanyaki. So that's what I'm going for.
Made it through your terrible idea. Made it through the bomb. Made it through 357. That's it. That's the interview. This is your terrible idea come to completion. Now all that's left is for you to tell the people what you've got going on in your life, what projects you're working on. So that camera, that camera, that camera. Tell the people what's going on.
So right now, me personally, I just have just working on myself, trying to be a better person in general, reading a lot of books. I love it here at the office because our boss is always recommending great reads. So I've been trying to work on that. Here at the office, we have a couple big projects going on. We have this big ag equipment project going on that I'm really enjoying because they basically have a database of everything on paper. We're trying to make it onto a website with all their products everywhere or listed out. So that's my big project going on right now at the office. There's always a ton of projects going on, but that's about it.
All right. Well, that's the end of season 1 of Spicy Boys. Thank you again for coming on, David.
Thanks for having me. This is a lot of fun.